Hi, I'm Tim,
I'm Lizzie.
and this is To Play,
Or not.
To Play, a show about board games for two players.
Whose tastes may differ.
Today we're taking a look at Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective. This is a 1 to 8 player game by Istari Games, but we're obviously looking at it as a 2-player game. So this one is a bit unusual. It's kind of a board game. You get a board, but it's not a board game in a traditional sense. So if you're, but this is what you like about it, to be fair. So in this game you get a board which is kind of a map of oldie London, 1880s, and you kind of use that as a reference. Really, it's got lots of numbers all over the map, and you use that as a reference as to where you are physically in the game at any given point in time. And then you've got a load of cases, 10 cases that you need to work through. Take about an hour to 2 hours.
You do one at a time.
Yeah, you do one at a time. Yeah. So one case is one game.
Yeah.
And you've got to solve that crime. It's over to you on the way it plays, because you brought this one to the table.
I did. Yeah. So you get a case file, so case 1, it's on the page, and it's a conversation between Sherlock Holmes, Watson and yourself discussing a certain crime that's just happened, murder, theft, that kind of thing. And then that's it, you're playing the game. It's up to you what to do next, which I love. I'm like, oh. So in the discussion they might have discussed a dead body by the name of or a business. Smithers. Let's go with Smithers. Mr. Smithers has been found dead at the butcher's, let's say. And then you're off, like, it's a curious case of the butcher's knife or whatever. So then, okay, what shall I do now? I would then look at Mr. Smithers or A. Smithers in the directory that you get, and it will say Mr. Smithers is 54 Northwest. So you go to the case book and you flip through to 54 Northwest, and it says there what your conversation at Mr. Smithers' house is. Like, maybe it says widow, and it says, oh, my beloved Mr. Smithers or something, and they'll tell you a bit more of the story. Maybe give you a clue, maybe not, but that's up to you to discover what lead takes you where.
Yeah, you just choose what
Some
lead.
could be dead ends. Smithers' widow could be, oh, I'm really sad, sorry, bye, I'm not going to talk to you.
Yeah.
And that's a dead end.
Yeah.
Literally. And then you go, oh, let's go to the butcher's.
Yeah,
and you go off on one.
Yeah. So, but that's the point. It is your choice entirely where you go, what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you could say, actually, he was murdered with a, I don't know, I can't think of an example. He was murdered with a gun. And you think, oh, let's go to the gunsmiths.
Yeah, the armory.
The armory.
Yeah.
Let's see if so you can look up the armory in the directory and go to that number, and it'll read, oh, yes, you've arrived at the armory, and you found out that so-and-so's gun's been stolen.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go and speak to so-and-so. So it's just kind of leads its way around, depending on how you kind of read between the lines, I guess.
And I like the fact there's no order to it. Like, you can go to the butcher's first, you can go to see the widow first, you can go to somewhere else first.
By the way, no spoilers in this. There's no
Mr. Smithers. Don't worry.
There might be butchers. There might be the Smithers, but I'm just making this.
No spoilers, no.
Yeah. So I mean, the idea of the game then is that you're trying to beat Sherlock Holmes.
Yes. He's already sold it.
Yeah,
he's already solved it.
He always solves
days
it
ago.
100%, so he gets 100 points for solving it. And you've got the opportunity of getting, I think it's 140 points, pretty much. So when you've kind of done your investigations,
when you think you've got the answer, you think, I'm pretty sure it's him with that weapon for this reason.
Yeah.
Then you go to the. You want
to solve it, so you go to that
page.
Section, in the case book.
Yeah,
right?
there's a question page that asks you, so who was the murderer? Why did they kill them? And you've got to answer all the questions. You get 10 points per correct answer.
Yeah.
Then you compare it with.
So you can score 40 points there. For
then you read Sherlock's solution, and then you can obviously compare it to your solution, and then you get points for how many leads you take as well.
If you take one lead less than him, you lose 5 points.
No more.
No, sorry. One lead more than him, you lose 5 points.
Yeah, so you've got to do it in as least leads as possible.
2 leads, 10 points as well. So yeah, every lead extra that you take, you lose 5 points.
Yeah.
So you're trying to get less than.
Trying to solve it as quickly as possible with least leads as possible. Yeah.
It never happened. But anyway, you can try. And just jumping back quickly to what you're doing and where you're doing it and all this sort of stuff. Whilst you're running around London speaking to all these people, you can also be looking at these newspapers. Now the newspapers are they're a copy of the Times for that day, so the day of the
Yeah.
robbery or the murder or whatever. And in there you'll find all sorts of kind of adverts for, you know, maid required or
birth,
come and
death,
see
marriages,
the,
that kind of
see
thing
the
in there.
circus or whatever. I don't know, all sorts of
They're
stuff.
really good looking, actually.
Yeah, really interested just to read that. But within it, there are obviously clues that may or may
a
not help
local
you.
sale at the local butcher.
Yeah, exactly. Or, you know, gun stolen by, you know, whatever. So all sorts of stuff.
By Mr. Burns.
There are other barons available. But yeah, no, it's for you to kind of read between the lines, literally, of the newspaper and pick out what might be relevant. And you think, oh my goodness, look at that. There's some big hoo-ha at the butcher's this morning. Let's go and check out this guy that was mentioned in the newspaper. So really, really important to kind of look at the newspapers. The newspapers are relevant to the case that you're reading. So newspaper 1, the date of that, I think it's like the 24th of June 1880.
It's 1880.
So it's the same date
something
as the first case. The second newspaper is the same date as the second case, and so on. But the first newspaper can be used in the second case.
They can go back.
And so on and so on. So yeah, they're kind of retrospective. So if you do a case further on into the future, the papers from the past become relevant. So you
Not always, but they could.
Not always, yeah. But so you might read paper from case 1, a clue that's really relevant in case 7 or something like that. You might suddenly think, oh, I remember seeing that when we were doing that first case. So it's really clever how they kind of all tie in. So bear that in mind. Very good information within the newspapers. That's pretty much it. It's choose your own adventure. You can. The good point is you don't have to sit at the table because this map is kind of just like a reference.
Yeah,
You don't need
we're on the
you
sofa,
could-
didn't we?
you
We
sit
played on the
sofa.
sofa.
Yeah, we did at the sofa. So that's a nice thing. So
Scores.
score. Do it. You go first. It's your game.
Okay. So I like theme, obviously. This has got a theme and a half.
Yeah, big stuff.
I really like it.
Yeah.
I love the fact there's no like my go, roll a dice, da 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 da. It's just kind of here's a crime, go solve it, do what you want.
Go for your life. Yeah.
You can sit there with a pen and pad, make some notes.
You need to actually do that.
Oh
That's a good
yeah,
point.
you need to, and you need to write down how many leads you've taken and
Yeah,
this
you
and
need
that.
to note down how many.
But I like the fact we can just discuss it and go, oh, we didn't go see that Mrs. So and so, did we? It's better go and see her. I love that fact that you're just free to do what you want when you want. I love the newspapers and the directory and
very
everything
well
like that.
made. Yeah, very nice, very
really
thematic. You get the kind of whole. We're in London.
Yeah,
Trying to
this
solve
is
crime.
up my street.
Yeah, it
definitely.
really is up your Strasbourg.
I'm going to give it 8 out of 10.
Good Lord, 8 out of 10. Shooting high there, nice. I like it. I like it a lot, and I like it kind of.
It's not a lot of strategy for you, is there?
No.
Strategy, there's no trading.
Just questioning people. Good cop, bad cop. And all that. No, but the thing is.
There's no like
The thing is that I have
tile
to say about
laying,
this
is there?
game-
No tile laying in
alright,
Sherlock
alright.
Holmes.
Mind your necking. The thing I don't like about this game
no
is it's very, very
hard.
it's very, very easy to fail. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Not fail. I mean, you just Sherlock gets 100 every time. You've got to try.
I think I
and
got
beat
35 in my last
Yeah,
game.
exactly. You know, it's kind of like, you've played a couple of solo, haven't you, as well? So
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it is very, very difficult. So I will knock it down a couple of points because of that. I find that it's kind of punishing. It's fun.
very taxing.
It's fun. And it's a nice
Very
thing to do
taxing,
as a
yeah.
couple. So
It's good as a 2-player. It works very well
from a
because
two-player,
not
it's-
too many voices
yeah,
going on,
it's-
not too many cooks.
it's better as
Yeah.
a 2-player than I think it would be. We played it as a
Oh.
4-player.
Imagine as an
That was
8-player.
okay, but yeah, a bit bonkers. Too many cooks and all that.
Yeah.
Just say. But so as a 2-player, it's really good. So it's a nice way to spend a couple of hours of an evening. You know, sat around the fire with your pipe, your violin, obviously.
Yeah.
And your drugs. Anyway, but
Was it absent?
yeah.
Does he do absinthe? Does Sherlock Holmes do absinthe?
Heroin, I think.
Heroin.
Anyway.
Oh yeah. Whatever. So scores for you.
But yeah, so my score, because of that kind of toughness, I think I would drop it down to, let's go for a 6.5.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just
What's that then?
it's
That's
just a bit
14.
punishing. So what did you get?
8.
8, and yes, 14.
14.
No, did I say 6.5 or 6?
You said 6.
6, yeah, so 14.
14 out of 20. That's still good.
It's good, anything above
Still
10 is
good.
better than average, so yeah, good game, but...
And if you like theme,
Yeah,
very, very recommended, but it is taxing.
yeah, very taxing, but very fun, so yeah.
Taxing but fun.
Good evening, entertainment for a couple.
And if you like Sherlock Holmes and the whole Oldie Woody London thing, very good as well.
And there are a lot of expansions for this game as well that have come out recently. I think 4 or 5 different ones. Jack the Ripper and all sorts of
I didn't know
stuff.
that.
Yeah, so there you go. More on them. Anyway, so thanks for watching this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Maybe it's one you're going to check out yourselves. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.